Good evening, everyone. My name is Ken Dauer, and this is my presentation for my final project for CSCIE-90 Cloud Computing, offered through the Harvard University Extension School in fall of 2013. My topic tonight is the Amazon Web Services Elastic Transcoder. What is the Elastic Transcoder? It's a great service that allows you to cheaply, quickly, and easily transcode video files from one video format to another. So in other words, you have a very large .mov file, you need to make into a small .mp4 file that can be used on a variety of mobile devices. This is a service you want to use. Why? Because it's cheap. If you try to transcode files on your home machine, it's very computationally expensive. Your machine will lag, all the system resources will be tied up for a significant period of time. And that's just one or two files on your home machine. Now, if you have to do this for commercial purposes, you need a server farm to realistically do it. Instead, you can use AWS, which will do it for you for less than 2 cents per minute for standard def and only 3 cents per minute for high definition files, assuming you're using the East Coast version of the service. This is very cheap and it's very, very quick. The example I use is a 1 gigabyte file that's transcoded into that iPhone-friendly MP4 format in less than 4 minutes. And it's so easy to do. It's a few clicks through the console, or maybe 30 lines of PHP code using the SDK that's provided. Very easy. And here's a good use case for this. NASA generates a lot of high-quality public domain video every year from various projects, from the Mars rover to space station footage, whatever they have. Lots of video footage generated, but they're storing it in large and not so friendly .mov and WMV formats. As you can see, these are small clips on the bottom right, but they're all 105 megabytes, 475 megabytes. Smallest is a 40p 30 megabyte file. And even then, most of the time, they just offer high def files that are very bandwidth intensive, not very good from a system resource perspective, or someone just wanting to access these videos from their mobile device. If we transcode these videos into an iPhone-friendly MP4 format, it'll cut the bandwidth file size by 90%, which saves significant bandwidth. So how do we do this? Very simple. We start by creating S3 buckets, which we've already done previously in the course. We create one bucket for video input and one for video output. The input bucket is where we upload our files. So you can see right here I uploaded 6 files, public domain, downloaded from NASA. I like to create an SNS topic and subscribe to this topic so that Amazon will let me know the progress of my jobs. Optional, but I recommend it. Next, we create a new pipeline. Go to the AWS Elastic Transcoder website and click Create a New Pipeline right at the top. It's your first job, it's the only real option. And this is basically some basic presets for your jobs. So we'll specify the input bucket, output bucket, and how you want to be notified of your job. Makes things a little bit easier when you go to the next step, which is to create a new job. All you have to do at this stage, specify your pipeline, give an input key, which is a video you want transcoded, what preset you want to use. There's almost 30 presets you can use, anything you think of, but you can use custom as well if you'd like. And then what you want the file to be named when you're done, which is the output key, and then whether or not you want to make a clip or thumbnails of the transcoding job. So once you click submit, you just wait a minute or two. In this case, it was a 1 gigabyte file, transcoded in less than 4 minutes, and then they sent me a nice email when they were done with it, which is JSON format, so if you wanted to do some more automation, you could do it so very easily. Using that kind of format. And then you can go to your output bucket, change a few permissions, and you can see your results on the web, which is very helpful if you want to make some sort of automated process to have your videos readily accessible. Now, that was creating one job. The console is not ideal for if you have to do a lot of videos at once. Much easier to use a PHP SDK. There's Java SDK as well, but PHP is a little better documented because it's a new service, and I found it a lot easier to use. Set up your environment. I use Composer to manage my PHP environment. Very simple. I create a little composer.json file that says, hey, require the SDK, install Composer, and then install the dependencies to get that SDK in my project. This is all the code you need to create a new pipeline. Not really good reason to do pipelines programmatically. It's probably a little better to use the console for these, but you can do it very simply. Specify the input, output bucket, the role you get from your security management page on Amazon Web Services, and then you can specify what topic to send the notification to. Creating a single job is very easy. As you can see, this is 7 lines of code. You simply specify the pipeline ID, the input key, the file you want to transcode, the output key, and the preset you want to use. In this case, I'm using the iPhone 4 preset that I specified earlier. This is where the real power comes in, though. This is less than 25 lines of code, and this will take every single movie file in a bucket and transcode it to whatever preset you like and put it in the out bucket. As you can see, very simple. I've basically made this program by modifying some example code in the SDK documentation for Amazon S3 service and the Elastic Transcoder service. Didn't take me very long and allows me to quickly do a very complicated job, which is transcoding all these files at once. So, nice thing is, once you have all these files transcoded, because S3 Bucket is both a storage solution and can host static websites, it was very simple to create some basic HTML5 tags and create a website that hosts all my videos.
Off of the Delta II with
very cool, very cheap, not time intensive to do so, and I'm glad I had this project because I learned quite a bit. Before I end the presentation, I just want to say that I'm very grateful to all the fellow students in this course as well as the professor. We learned quite a bit in this course, and it was very useful to have the students, the TA, and the professor to answer questions. Every week was a different homework assignment, and it seems like I always encounter 1 or 2 bugs or hang-ups. So it's very nice to have the assistance. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future. Bye.